Hello, I'm Simon and this is 6 things I did when shooting and editing this gimbal sequence. So the first thing I want to talk about is that I shoot in 4K to upload in 1080p, and the reason why I do this is because it allows me to crop in to certain parts of the frame without dipping below 1080p. So this is so I can rearrange the composition of the shot. So this one here was taken when we were just walking from location A to location B, and I wasn't paying much attention to the framing, and as you can see she's on the left of the frame, walking to the left, which looks really unusual because she has no space in front of her and lots of space behind her. But I really like the light in this shot, so what I wanted to do was just zoom in and then using the X coordinates just place her over to the right of the center. So with her on the right of the center walking towards the left, the composition of the frame just looks a lot better. So that's something that you can do if you're shooting in a much higher resolution than you plan to upload the final product in. The second thing I want to talk about is this wipe transition. So this is just 2 different shots cut together to make it look as though it's one smooth movement. So here she is at the top of shot 1, going down the steps, and then I end this with that grey off the wall there. And then in the second shot I begin behind another grey wall, which is similar, not completely the same, and then I follow her as she emerges from the bottom of those steps. So this is just 2 shots put together, but because they meet in the middle with that grey, that it looks as though it's one smooth movement. Number 3 is flipping on the horizontal axis. So when I filmed that wipe transition, originally I was on her right hand side because that was the only place I could find at the location to do it. However, to keep consistent with the shot I wanted to be on her left, so I flipped the video horizontally, and it's really easy to do in DaVinci Resolve 16. You just click on this button, I'm sure it's the same in most editing software, and then that flips the image round. Really simple but really useful. Number 4 was lining up the eyes in the final 2 shots. So the very last shot is this fake drone shot where I'm going backwards and upwards at the same time with the gimbal, and the shot preceding it is this where I'm following her from behind and she turns around at the end. So I wanted to get the eyes into exactly, or more or less exactly, the same position. So I used the grid from OpenFX and I just put this over the top instead of having to guess roughly where the eyes were, so I can see them there on the grid. And the drone shot starts with her eyes more or less centered, so I got the penultimate shot into the same position using keyframes, so it starts not zoomed in, but then on the very final frame it ends with her eyes in the same position on the grid as the drone shot, or fake drone shot, begins. And then it's just a case of deleting the grid after, and then you have the eyes lined up so the focal point is going smoothly from one shot to the other. Number 5 is adding colour into the sky. So in the last few shots leading up to this, I'm facing west, so I have a nice orangey colour coming in, but I shot this facing southeast, so the sky looks a little bit boring. So I just wanted to add some colour in, so I used the qualifier just to isolate the sky, so I'm not adjusting the rest of the shot. And then once I'd isolated it, then in that node I just went to the colour wheel and added a little bit of colour. So I didn't really change the colour at all in the other shots, only in this final shot. And you can see what it looked like before and then what it looked like after. So I like the way that looked for the final shot. Number 6 is output blanking. So this is a really easy way to get a widescreen look, but it's not actually widescreen. It's just a case of clicking a button, going to output blanking, and I clicked on 2.35, and it literally just puts black bars over the top and bottom of the image. It's still a 16:9 format video, but it has those black bars going over part of the image, which gives it a different look. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. That would really help me out. And by the way, have a great 2021.